Okay, so stuff like in reverse. So you're trying not to move in stealth mode. Okay, you're probably just moving with everything all out in the open. Outside looking in, somebody could want you to move in the stealth mode though. They could probably want you to move stealth like, especially if there's somebody or a person, place, or thing is involved with your next moves. So let's see, strength in reverse. Vulnerability, insecurity, self-doubt, low confidence, cowardice, low energy, disbelief, abuse of power. This is probably why outside energy wants you to move stealth-like, probably because your moves are probably looking or coming off as weak, making you vulnerable, probably making you insecure, also probably making you self-doubt. So that's probably what their advice is towards you, is that you need to move stealth-like. Hey, y'all. Hey. So Ace of Cups in reverse. Clouded joy, emotional disappointments, block creativity, end of a relationship, loneliness, distress. These are more reasons why you probably need to be moving stealth-like. I feel like this is some advice that you're getting from the outside energy, that you kind of need to move in stealth mode. Probably because you're probably coming out of the end of a relationship with a person, place, or thing. But your joy is being clouded. You're being disappointed emotionally. It's blocking your creativity. And it's kind of making you weak and vulnerable. So you're probably being advised that you just need to move in stealth mode, not letting anybody know what you got going on. So 10 of Wands upright, responsibility, duty, feeling burdened, exhausted, struggles, hard work, losing concentration. I feel like this is the energy that you're in. You are really overwhelmed. But it may be because you're letting your right hand know what your left hand is doing. That's probably why you're being advised that you need to move in stealth mode in order to have this fulfillment. You're going to have to protect your fulfillment so you don't have to feel so burdened. Queen of Swords upright, independent, supportive, honest, unbiased, judgment, open communication, clear boundaries, insightful. This is your energy. This is the energy that you sit in. Queen of Swords. But I'm gonna be honest. You're independent and you're supportive. You're honest and unbiased. You have open communication. You set your boundaries very clear. You're insightful. But just because you're this way doesn't mean everybody else is going to be this way. Okay, I think just because you're so supportive, honest, and unbiased, you expect other people to be that way too. But that's probably some of the, that's some of the burdens that you're taking on because other people aren't looking at you like that. And just because you're unbiased doesn't mean other people aren't going to be unbiased. And especially if they some haters and don't want you to have this fulfillment. That's why you're being advised that you need to move stealth-like. It's in reverse. I don't think you've been taking this advice. Maybe because you're so unbiased, you don't, you probably don't think it's anything that you need to be secretive about, but it is. Success is enough to keep, to protect your success, basically. Okay, just because other people don't judge you or just because you don't try to do things to limit other people's success, there are people out here that would do it for you. Do it to you. Okay, just because you're supportive, you can't expect everybody else to be supportive. You can't leave yourself open and being weak and vulnerable to these kind of people. So that's why sometimes, just because you can clap for others, don't expect everybody to clap for you. I'm just being honest, y'all. So Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So unlucky, unwelcome change, setbacks, misfortune, delays, loss of control. This is some of the stuff that you've been experiencing because you've been leaving yourself vulnerable. Okay? You've probably been telling too many people about your success and victories. Okay? They probably been wishing this bad luck on you. Okay, this is why you're feeling overwhelmed. Okay? This just gives me that you can't let people, and you already like Kendrick Lamar, pop out and just show them. You can't just tell nobody what you're working on. You can't let anybody know, what you got in the works and what you planning. You give them too much room to stop you. 8 of Cups upright, abandonment, travel, withdrawal, walking away, letting go, relationship breakup, escapism, moving on. Now, mind you, it could be because of a relationship that ended. The advice being given to you to move stealth-like could be to keep this person from pulling you down because you're choosing not to share your fulfillment with them. People are like that. Okay, if they don't feel like they're going to be riding passenger seat to your success, they will make sure you don't get there at all. Okay? So, yeah, this is something that you walked away from. And I feel like that person, place, or thing that you walked away from is wishing this wheel of bad fortune on you. That's probably another reason why you just need to go ahead and keep it quiet. Don't let anybody know what you got in. Oh, yeah, failed emperor. This is what you walked away from, this failed emperor. This could be in a person, place, or thing, okay? This is just characteristics. Domination, rigidity, excessively controlling, tyranny, lack of discipline, stubborn, or aloofness. I feel like two of the main things you've been suffering: domination, rigidity, excessively controlling, tyranny, lack of discipline, stubborn, or aloofness. I feel like two of the main things you've been suffering is excessive. My bad, y'all. But yeah, they'll do anything to bring you down. And they don't have any boundaries and they don't have any limits, okay? They will go as far as they need to go to pull you down. So this failed emperor that's wishing this bad luck on you, this is why you need to go ahead and keep things on a hush for a while. Okay, this is why they're telling you outside looking in that you need to move stuff like, okay? This person is giving me very vengeful, okay? They probably got a vendetta against you. So you can't let nobody know what you got going on. They want you to feel overwhelmed. They want you to break down. They're probably trying to see what your weaknesses and your vulnerability is. That's why you're going to have to be quiet. They don't know what your weakness and vulnerability is if they don't know what you got your hands in. Okay? Can't let nobody know what you got your hands in. All right, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Unrealistic goals, lack of progress, short-term focus, unhealthy lifestyle, disloyalty, rebellious, frustration. I feel like this is the energy this failed or bad emperor is in about you. They probably thinking your goals are real unrealistic, probably only looking at the short-term focus. And the short-term focus that they're probably focused on is you walking away. Okay, so they got to sabotage anything you do outside of them to prove that it wasn't because of them that you walked away type shit. They're probably trying to make it seem like, oh, you just being selfish and just worried about fulfillment and all of that. When no, you walking away because this motherfucker is a failed emperor. And abusive, excessively controlling, all of that shit. So they don't rule from their emperor seat with good intent. Okay, this gives me treacherous. Okay. All right, let's see. Ace of Wands and upright, encouragement, creativity, enthusiasm, new opportunities, progress, passion, fearless, vitality, breakthrough. Yeah, you had a breakthrough. You definitely had a breakthrough because you really are feeling overwhelmed. Probably trying to figure out which direction you can go. But I'm going to be honest. No direction is the wrong way as long as it's going forward. And as long as you moving in stealth, like not letting anybody have the ammunition they have to use against you later. Okay? Mind you, the Ace of Wands upright. That will of encouragement. That new opportunity, progress. Yeah, I feel like you got this will of spirit from you, for you. Once you walked away from this situation. You're probably looking at... how I say it? You're looking at sunshine and glory. I don't think you want to be trapped into this shit anymore with this failed emperor. Okay? You're more focused on trying to turn your Ace of Cups upright and enjoy your fulfillment. Be able to keep your fulfillment. Okay? But I figured once you got this wheel of power, this is how you can tap into your Queen of Swords energy. Okay? You standing on your independence. You're being supportive, probably to other people you see coming out of the same situation you got out of. But at the same time, you still got things to do, okay? At the same time, you still have to keep it on hush mode. Stop leaving yourself open. Stop leaving yourself vulnerable. And just for confirmation, this is how you're going to turn your Ace of Cups upright. Eight of Pentacles upright, happy employment, apprenticeship, mastery, crafts and talent, skill accomplishment, ambition, skill development. This is why you can't let nobody know what your next move is. You're intending on putting some real work in so you can achieve some long-term success. Don't let anybody ruin that for you, y'all. All right, y'all.